Good morning, class. Here we are again together. It is Wednesday, January the 20th. And what's our year? 2021. Let's put it all together. Wednesday. What's our month? January. Our date? The 20th. And our year, 2021. Let's say that together. Wednesday, January the 20th, 2021. As I look out my window today, I see a little bit of sun peeking out of the clouds, so we say it's partly cloudy, partly sunny. And of course, there's lots of beautiful snowflakes out there. I have a question for you. If today is Wednesday, you know what was yesterday. If you said Tuesday, you're correct. And what will tomorrow be? Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Let's say those days of the week together. Are you ready? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And let's say them without singing them. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Today is Wednesday. And what's our season? Yes, our season is still winter. Who remembers what we're talking about in our Bible time? Last week and this week, it's confidence, of course. We are confident in our Heavenly Father that He is our helper. We do not need to be afraid. We are confident that we can be ourselves. He made us very special. And when we need help, we can ask for help from adults, and we can always talk to Jesus. And the verses that we learned last week and we're learning this week help us to remember that our confidence is in our Heavenly Father. Let's say those two verses together. Psalm 118, verse 6. The Lord is with me. I will not be afraid. And verse 7. The Lord is with me. Who's our helper? He is my helper. That's our verse for this week. Psalm 118, verse 7. The Lord is with me. He is my helper. So keep practicing that every day. And I know without any problem you'll be able to say it on Friday. We're going to have so many stickers on our memory verse chart by the time that we're back together. Hopefully that's soon. Okay, so today the story that you're going to read at home is called Ahab's Foolish Confidence. So Ahab was a king, and foolish means not wise or not smart. So he must have been believing in something that was not true, that was not strong, and could not protect him. So you read that story and find out why Ahab's confidence was foolish and who he had confidence in. And when you're done your Bible time, it's time for language. And today, if you look in your package, you have a rhyming wheel. It's kind of a fun activity. You're going to cut out the two wheels, and on one wheel there are pictures. On the other wheel there's two squares. You need to cut those squares out, and then you need to put a little pin in the middle so that when you spin the top wheel with the holes in it, you're going to see different pictures underneath. And you want to have a picture in this box and a picture in this a picture in this box and a picture in this box that rhyme. So when you're spinning your wheel, you're trying to find pictures Say the names of those pictures and see if they rhyme. For instance, I see a door. I see a door, and it's right across from a 4. Do those two words rhyme? Of course they do. They are from the or family. They have the same ending, or, d, or, f, or. But they have different beginnings. And we know when two words have different beginnings and the same endings, they rhyme, and they're from the same word family. So you have fun making that rhyming wheel and practice finding words in the windows that rhyme. Now, what was our letter of the week? Of course, it's P. We know it has two parts, parts, a straight stick down, and a little curve at the top. The uppercase P and the lowercase p are the same, except for one thing. What's the difference? That's right, the lowercase p is lower and the stick goes down below the line. What are some words that start with the P sound? And what is the P sound? If we remember our silly phonics action, we know puff out the candle. Puff out the candle. So the sound that P makes is p, p, p. Did you find some words around your house yesterday that started with P? We have parrot, polar bear, porcupine, who's pricky and pokey. We have pockets. I have pockets in my shirt. Do you have pockets on what you're wearing and in my sweater? Piggy, the pink pig. What are some other P words that you can think of? Keep looking out for P words wherever you go. Let's make that P together. I'll make it on my whiteboard and you make it in the air or on the ground. So a straight stick down, and it has a little curve that starts at the top and comes around. Uppercase P, now lowercase p, starts lower, the stick goes down below the line, so here's the line, and the curve is above the line. There we go. So let's make the uppercase P a little higher. We'll make it on the line. Straight stick down on the line, and the curve coming out here. Uppercase P, lowercase p. Let's practice it together in the air. Straight stick down, go up to the top, and a curve coming around. Lowercase p, straight stick down, lower, and a curve at the top. You're going to be experts on the letter P, and I know you practiced in your printing books, you practiced on your printing pages, and today you're going to do a rhyming page. And right now I'm going to read out of a couple books that might help us think of some more words that start with P. Tomorrow's alphabet, let's see what turns into a P word. P is for clay. Now clay, does that have the p sound at the beginning? K. No, it has a k sound. Clay. It starts with a C. What could it turn into that starts with a P? Can you think for a minute and guess? What could clay turn into that starts with a P? It could turn into a pot. Pot. And there we see the P. Today's clay could turn into tomorrow's pot. Pot is a 3-letter word. We know that it starts with a P, p. Can you hear the ending, or what word family is next to the P? P, ought, t, ought, P-O-T spells pot, p, ought. O says ah, we know that. from last week, and T says T. And we'll talk about the sound for T a little bit later when we get to it in the alphabet. Right now I have a P poem for you from our Zigzag the Zebra poem book. P is for porcupine, the pricky, pokey porcupine. Two porcupine friends met on a path. One kissed the other's mug. There's the two porcupines, and the one kissed the other's mug. That means he kissed his head. Sometimes people say a mug for a head. That seems kind of silly, but it means the porcupine kissed the other porcupine on the head. They shared a picky pin hug. So now they're friends. They shared a picky pin hug. Would you like to hug a porcupine? I wouldn't. I think it would be kind of ouchy. Let's see how many P words we have in this poem. Two porcupine friends met on a path. So there's two P words, porcupine and path. One kissed the other's mug. They shared a picky pin hug. Porcupine, path, picky, pin. So there was 4 P words in this poem. Well, I hope I don't meet a porcupine in the path, and I don't want a hug from one. But at least those two porcupines were friends. Okay, let's move on to the math section of our lessons today. And the topic that we have in math this week also starts with P. Do you remember what it was? We were talking about it on Monday and Tuesday. Yes, we're talking about patterns. Patterns. Yesterday, we made patterns out of a bunch of different things. We made patterns out of Mrs. Peddler's shoes. There was a pink one, a red one, a pink one, a red one. We made a pattern from some plates and cups. Plate, plate, cup. Plate, plate, cup. We made some patterns from fruit. We had tangerine, banana, orange, tangerine, banana, orange. So we know that anything that repeats over and over again can be a pattern. It could be shapes, triangle, circle, square, triangle, circle, square, or triangle, triangle, square, triangle, triangle, square. It could be colors, red, orange, red, orange, red, orange. And I hope you were able to find some things in your house that you could make patterns with yesterday. If you wait just 1 minute, I'm going to get some more things that we can practice making patterns with today. Alrighty. So I have some bears with me. Do you remember our little bears? We've seen them before in our class. We can sort these bears in a pattern with colors and also with size, because we have big bears, we have little bears. And what color are they? Of course, they're blue. We have a big red bear, a medium-sized red bear, and a little red bear. What kind of patterns are we going to make with these bears? Oh, I found a medium-sized blue bear too. So we could do a size pattern. We could do, let me see if I can make these higher so you can see them. That's not going to work. I'm going to put some books up and see if I can get things high enough for you to see. Not quite, maybe one more book. It's a little tricky. Well, there's a medium-sized, oh, there's a big bear, a medium bear, and a small bear. Let's see, I gotta put some more books on. This is even taller. There we go. Medium bear, big bear, medium bear, small bear. Big, medium, small. Big, medium, small. Big, medium, small, big, medium, small. What will come next? That's right, big, there's, I'll put him out front. Big, medium, small. Big, medium, small, big, medium, small, big, medium, small, big, medium, small. You can hear the pattern there. So that we are making a pattern with sizes. But we could also make a pattern with colors, couldn't we? Big yellow bear, big blue bear, big red bear. So yellow, blue, red, yellow, blue, red, yellow, blue, red. Well, let's make it even trickier. Big yellow, medium blue, small red. Can we repeat that? Big yellow, medium blue, small red. What would come next? You got it. Big yellow, medium blue, little red. So we have made this pattern out of shapes and colors. Big yellow, medium blue, little red, big yellow, medium blue, little red. What would come next? Big yellow, medium blue, little red. So we made a pattern with two different things, color and size. All right. So we can make patterns with sizes, with shapes, with colors, with different things, and I've got something else here. You know our cubes. I've seen you make some wonderfully tall towers with these cubes. We are also going to use them for math today. So right here I have orange, purple, light blue, dark blue. So if this is going to be our pattern with 4 different colors of cubes, orange, purple, light blue, dark blue, what color would come next? Remember, these 4 colors are going to repeat. So once we get to the top, we would start at the bottom color again. So that's right. Our next color would be orange. Orange. What's next? I'm holding it up so you can see. Purple. What's next? Light blue. And what's next after the light blue? Can you see? Orange, purple, light blue, dark blue. So there we have repeated those 4 different colors. Orange, purple, light blue, dark blue. Orange, purple, light blue, dark blue. Let's do some counting. So there's 4 cubes in our pattern. And we repeated the pattern, so we put 4 more cubes on. So we have 2 sets of 4. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4 plus 4 is 8. All right, back to our patterns. Orange, purple, light blue, dark blue, orange, purple, light blue, dark blue. What comes next? We go to the bottom of our pattern. Yes, orange. Orange, purple. Whoop. I don't know if I could make a tower as tall as you guys do. Light blue and dark blue. And there we go. It would just keep repeating and repeating. We could do it up to the sky if we had enough blocks and enough time. We would just keep repeating those 4 colors: orange, purple, light blue, dark blue. We could make it tall, or we could make it long. Remember our dimensions? Height, or how tall something is, how long something is, how wide or thick it is. That's 3 dimensions. 2 dimensions is how tall or how long it is. So if we put it this way, we're talking about how tall it is, its height, and if we put it this way, we're talking about how long it is. Okay, so the math worksheet that you have is going to allow you to pretend that you have some cubes. And I know I had that worksheet here. Just give me a second and I will find it. Okay, so you're going to find your math worksheet that looks a little bit like this. It's got a whole bunch of cubes. You're going to make up your own patterns, your color patterns. We have all the same shape because they're all squares or cubes. Remember, a cube has, or a square has 4 sides that are all the same length. And these are squares because they're flat. They're 2-dimensional. But when we actually have the cubes that we can hold on to, those are 3-dimensional. But what I'd like you to do is to make up your own color patterns with these squares. So whatever colors you choose and how many colors you choose, you're going to repeat that. You could do a pattern with 2 colors, red, blue, red, blue, red, blue. You could do a pattern with 3 colors or even 4 colors. You just need to repeat them over and over again, whatever colors you choose and however many squares you're going to have in your pattern. If we had a 2-color pattern here, dark blue, light blue, then what would come next? Dark blue, light blue, dark blue, light blue. So you have fun choosing your own colors and your own numbers for your pattern and see how many different square patterns you can make. I'm going to choose dark blue, red. I'm going to do a 3-square pattern and a 3-color pattern. I'm not doing my best coloring because I'm trying to go fast here to show you. And green. Blue, red, green. 3 colors, 3 squares. And I'm going to repeat that. So you tell me, let's say it together, blue, red, green. What would come next? We go back to the first one. We're going to repeat this 3-color pattern. That's right, blue, red, green. Blue, red, and what's next? You got it, green. Okay, I have to keep going because I still have some more squares here. Blue, red, green, blue, red, green, blue, red, green. I can do my pattern one more time. Blue, red, green. Now I can't repeat my 3-color pattern again because I only have one more square, but what would that last square be, even though I can't do a full 3-square pattern? I would go back to what the beginning was, and this would be blue. If I did have 2 more squares on here, blue, red, green. Okay, I know that you're going to be able to figure this out because you have wonderfully smart brains, and I want you to have fun with it. And after you're done doing your math pages, this is for the JKs are going to do this page, and the SKs are going to work in their workbook. But JKs, when you're finished this page, I'd like you to continue looking for patterns in the world around you, in your house, outside, wherever you are. So SKs, let's open up your workbooks to page 107 and 108. You also have some cubes, so you can do the same thing that the JKs did, only you're going to do it in your workbook. You're going to color the blocks to make different patterns. Make each row a different pattern. Remember, you can choose however many blocks that you want to repeat and whatever colors you want to use. 2 squares, 3 squares, 4 squares, 5, whatever you want, but it has to be able to be repeated again. And make each row a different pattern. Okay? On the back side of that page, it says, color the shapes that comes next in the pattern. So these were color patterns. They were all the same shape. These are shape patterns. And you have to, we've done this kind of pattern before. You have to look at the pattern. So we have small circle, big circle, square. Small circle, big circle, square. Small circle, look over here, what comes next? You got it. Big circle. So you have to say the pattern out loud, look at the box beside, and pick the shape that will come next in that pattern that has been repeating. You can go ahead and do that now. And when you're done, you also keep your eyes peeled for shapes around you. Okay, so that is a lot of work, and it's time for a break. Stand up, take a deep breath in, let it out, and head to the bathroom, get a drink, get a snack. When we come back, we'll have story time together. Okay, I hope you had time for a little break there. And I know I am excited to know what is happening with our friend Joey and our friend Louis Pasteur. I wonder if Louis Pasteur was able to find some help for Joey to make him feel better. And I wonder if he kept believing and having confidence that he could find a cure for that invisible enemy. called rabies. So we remember that Joey's parents heard about Dr. Pasteur's experiments, and they took Joey to Dr. Pasteur as fast as they could. And we left off where they were asking Dr. Pasteur if he could help their son, Joey. They knocked, and Louis Pasteur opened the door and welcomed them. Dr. Pasteur, said the mother as she smiled a brave smile, we have come such a long way to see you. Our little boy was bitten by a mad dog and he's very sick. Can you help us? Perhaps, said Louis Pasteur. I have found a way to kill the invisible enemy, those rabies germs that hide inside of sick animals. Perhaps I can kill the ones that are hidden inside your little boy. So he had found a way to kill the rabies germs inside of animals, but he hadn't yet used that cure on a human. So he said, I will try. I have invented a vaccine. A vaccine is medicine in a needle that can kill bad germs. In my vaccine are medical soldiers with bright eyes that can see in the dark. So he's using his imagination to explain how the vaccine works. Of course, there aren't real soldiers in the medicine. When they see the invisible enemy inside of Joey, my magical soldiers, who are very strong, will kill that enemy. Joey had been put into bed, and when he heard Louis Pasteur say this, he rose up a little. Dr. Pasteur, he said, do you mean your magical soldiers will be inside of me? Yes, said Louis Pasteur. Joey looked puzzled, but how will they get there? So I think Dr. Pasteur was just using his imagination to try and explain how the medicine worked. And Joey's question was, how will the medicine get inside me to kill the rabies germ? Very easily, said Louis Pasteur. My magical soldiers can march through long needles and into little boys. They march together like a mighty army. So there's a picture of that big needle and the soldiers marching to kill the invisible rabies germs. But needles hurt, said Joey. Well, sometimes, said Dr. Pasteur. But can you be brave, Joey? And remember, being brave is doing the right thing even when we feel afraid. And when we are afraid and we need to make the right choice, we know we can always say a quick prayer and ask our Heavenly Father to be with us, and He will be. So Dr. Pasteur asked Joey, can you be brave? I'll be very brave, promised Joey. Then you will be the very first person or human being to have a shot of my rabies vaccine, said Louis Pasteur. So this was something very new. It was exciting, but also scary. Joey was going to be the first human being to try Dr. Pasteur's rabies vaccine. And of course, they were hoping that that rabies vaccine would kill the invisible rabies germs inside of Joey, just like it had in animals that Dr. Pasteur had given it to. But this worried Joey's father. The very first person? Will it be dangerous? Are you sure your vaccine will work on my little boy? I think it will, said Louis Pasteur, and he gave Joey his shot. What if Louis Pasteur had said, oh, I don't know, so I'm not going to try? If we never try new things, we will never find out if they work. So Joey was being brave, Louis Pasteur was being brave, and so were Joey's parents. The magical soldiers marched into the little boy. Will they work? When they got inside Joey, they found that it was dark. The magical soldiers peered here and there with their magical eyes. At last, they spotted the enemy. those rabies germs that had always been invisible until now. At first, they saw only 12. Can you see them too? They knew there were really millions of germs inside Joey. "You'll never beat us," said the terrible germs. "Yes, we will," cried the magical soldiers. So there's the germs. So we can't really see the germs. They're invisible to us. We would have to have a really strong microscope to see them inside someone. And here's the magical soldiers, which is really just medicine that goes inside of Joey. And the medicine hopefully kills the bad germs. The battle began. The soldiers attacked the invisible army and fought bravely. It wasn't very comfortable for Joey. Would you be comfortable if there was a war going on inside you of bad germs and good medicine? But as the soldiers in the rabies vaccine, or the medicine in the rabies vaccine, killed more and more of the enemy germs, Joey felt better and better. So for a while after he got the vaccine, he wasn't feeling very well because the good medicine was fighting the bad germs. And he didn't start to feel better instantly. It takes a while when we get medicine to help fight off germs inside us. But eventually, as the medicine kept working, Joey did start to feel a little bit better, and a little better, and a little more better, and a lot better. When the last of the enemy had been beaten, Joey felt well. So well that he jumped out of bed and danced around in a circle with his mother and his father, and of course, Dr. Louis Pasteur, who felt as much like dancing as any of them. "Hooray, hooray!" they all shouted. I would feel like dancing too if I'd been so sick for a long time. I would feel like dancing if my child had been very sick, and all of a sudden, there was a medicine that started to work to make him feel better. And also, if I was the doctor who had been working on this medicine for a long time and believed that it could help people, even when people made fun of me, if I saw it working and helping someone to feel better, I would feel like dancing and be so excited. So there they are, all doing a dance together. And you know that Joey is starting to feel better if he can get up and dance around and shout, "Hooray, hooray!" Well, who do you think gave Louis Pasteur a smart science brain and the confidence to keep working and thinking and using his brain to find a cure for rabies? God gave him that brain, and he gave him that desire to help people. And Louis Pasteur used his brain and used his kind heart to come up with the rabies vaccine. Well, Joey thanked Louis Pasteur and rode back home to Germany in the carriage with his mother and father. In Joey's village, the people lined the streets. They laughed and waved to Joey. Everyone was so happy that he was alive. Even the yellow sun in the sky seemed happy. So there they are, traveling back home in the carriage, and everybody in their village came out to meet them. And it's a beautiful sunny day. Above the rooftops, the village bells rang out a joyful tune. They seemed to be singing, "Safe, safe. Now everyone is safe. No one has to die of rabies." Meanwhile, back in France, where he lived and worked, many people now wanted to talk to Dr. Pasteur. Remember, before they teased him and they weren't friendly or kind to him, and they said, "You can't do it." But did that stop him? No, he had confidence. Dr. Pasteur said some of the children, "We think you are wonderful. You found the cure for rabies." So now he has lots of friends and people talking to him. Should we just be friends with someone when they do something good for us? No, we should believe in other people because God created everyone. He's given everyone abilities and things that they're good at. And even when we're not the same as someone else and we don't understand them all the time, we should still be kind to them. Yes, I did, said Dr. Pasteur, and I'm very happy. Did Dr. Pasteur forgive people, even though they hadn't always been kind to him and believed in him? Yes, he did. But do you know what made me feel so good while I was trying to find the cure, he said? When I was working in my lab, Dr. Pasteur said, I enjoyed the times when I believed that I could do it. In those days, I didn't always succeed. That means he didn't find the cure right away. He had to keep trying and trying, but he didn't give up. It always felt good to believe that eventually I was going to find the cure. As you can see, our story ends happily. And now, perhaps you might like to think about yourself. Of course, what you might decide to do in your own life might be very different from what Louis Pasteur did. But whatever you choose to be, or whatever you like to do, believe that God made you who you are, and He can help you to use those things that you're good at, those things that you enjoy doing, and to learn more and more, and to help people with the things that you're good at. So just remember that it's okay to be yourself. Remember that you have to work hard sometimes to learn how to do new things. And believe that God made you wonderful, and He made you to do wonderful things. And there's the picture in our book of Louis Pasteur. And here's a real picture of what he looked like, because he was a real person. Well, I hope you enjoyed that story, and I hope that you are going to be confident to be yourself. Enjoy the rest of the day. Have fun. Get outside. Enjoy everything about this day that God has given you. And I look forward to spending some time with you again tomorrow. Bye for now.